in my soul. Oh, 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 oh. I'm feeling my Maria Bank. Sorry, I'm listening to In This Moment. I'm feeling my inner witch. I might put on a season of The Witch in about a whole second. Greetings and salutations as usual.
They're challenging me.
Eve. I've been needing to get some workout, and I told you Quinza Ocha. White devil, but it's not white, it's black.
They're gonna keep learning.
Negro ocho. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is this is Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Cunningham, of course. And then I have my the complete crystal handbook. Now, what I've asked my students in my witches group, what they wanted to learn. And right tonight, I'm going to do a quick crash course because with everything that's going on right now, I think it's a good time to start getting into the meat of teachings because a lot of people, they see us wearing stones, pentagrams, certain like binding sigils and runes, sigils, and different things like that, and they're like curious of like what the hell we're doing. I'm going to give some crash courses, and if anybody is curious about furthermore things, be sure to hit the comment section and let me know what stones, what herbs you're curious about. Thank you, baby. Oh shoot, you might want to put in another bowl. Look on the turnaround. Look. It's leaking, so we might need to put in another bowl. My udon noodles are peeing everywhere. I look a little bit wired. I'm having an allergic reaction to a steroid because I have some really bad inflammation on my arm, so I'm working with my stones and different things. So they gave me not your regular steroid that you take with asthma, but they gave me some pain steroids to take, and I'm highly allergic to sulfate and sulfur, so I'm having a really bad allergic reaction. So I'm literally having to take Benadryl every 4 hours to keep the itch down, since I know how to take care of myself since I've already had an allergic reaction. Thank you. They smell good. Smell like the one that we had at Yoshi's. So I'm going to let that cool off so I don't burn my tongue. Now, I'm going to give some good crystal ones first because crystals are the easiest ones to work with. The reason why I'm not going to go to the herbs first, because first you have to obtain the herb, and then to get the natural juices out of the herb, if you want to make your own potion, sometimes it's easier to get the herb and cook the herb yourself. Because you can kind of get like a diffuser oil yourself, and then you can put like a little bit of the diffuser oil and then mix your own herbs and kind of make your own potion that way. But the true natural way to make a really good, strong, beautiful potion is you get a lot of the herbs you want, and you kind of let them cook in a pot, and you let them kind of like lose all their vegetation, and then you steam them out. Like you put them in like a strainer like bowl, and then you take all the oil from that one main, like say you want something for sleep. You get you a shit ton of lavender, like as much as you can, and you render the lavender. You get you like a pot that you want to use just strictly for rendering your magical herbs in your kitchen. And you cook it down into where you can't render it anymore. And then you have a specific strainer for that said, one thing that you're using. And then you just strain it, and you have that lavender be your main oil. And then say you want it to have other parts, and that's what I'm going to show you with within the herb book. I can show you different steps you can make and take in it, because people are curious how we go about making our potions, and they think, oh, they use just a straight up diffuser oil. That's a cheater way of doing it. You can do it that way to make it quicker, But the best way to get all your elements out of the herb and the flower and sometimes the plant is to cook it down and render it, which is that's how I do it. I do it very old school. I do it very native, also to my Irish and my Scottish roots and my gypsy roots. I cook a lot of my stuff down when I'm doing it naturally. So my stuff tends to work very strongly when I do it. And I've tried doing it other ways, like with olive oil and different things like that. It really takes a lot of the impurity out of the flower, out of the plant, out of the herb. So I prefer rendering it down and cooking it myself. And then sometimes putting different herbs inside of it after I do that and mixing it and letting it sit. And then you get the other smells from the different blossoms and the flowers and the herbs that you're mixing into it. Or if you just want it just to be like straight lavender or straight honeydew or straight eucalyptus, you can just render down that one herb and cook it and just use it just for that one flavor, energizing, or just an uplift or something to help you relax or something to help you during your meditation, your mantra, or something like that. So, okay, so since I feel meditation and trying to get a good clarity and balance with my complete crystal handbook, I'm going to flip back to my index because I have a lot of them marked. I think it's in my back. Yeah. Are you sick like me? Am I beautiful? As I tear you to pieces. All right. I don't know if it has meditation because I see. Okay. Let's go with anxiety because I know a lot of people are suffering with anxiety right now. Okay. Anxiety, panic attacks, and phobias. We can do angelite, which is, I got a stone of angelite. I got that actually in one of my Witch's Moons box. And it's a big, beautiful piece. That's the one I just reviewed that I just got in my April box. And let me go to angelite and tell you all its properties. It's on page 242. And see, that's why I like this book. You can actually get the full elements of everything that it does. And you just don't get a quick little slap on the wrist and, oh, it just does this, and that's it. I'm planning to get a part 2 to this book eventually because when I go deep into studying something, I like to get the full meat of what I study. I don't like little tidbits because when I totally, divulge and devote myself into a study, I like to know every little piece that I'm getting myself involved in. So when I go very deep in, I like to get more of the properties and what I can do with them and how I can manipulate my energy into them. And I'm going to get further into that as well. Okay, so the angelite. The type is, and I might debauch some of these so y'all can have a good laugh at my debauchery with how to pronunciate with these. Engendronite, sulfate of all damn things. A form of celestine that has been compressed for millions of years. The colors are pale or mid to celestial blue, lilac or violet, also white or gray violet, occasionally freckled or flecked with red, which mine, the one I got, is like a skyish blue, which is really gorgeous. The availability of this one is very common. The physical benefits is said to help with infections, healing sounds, relief from throat inflammations, balancing the thyroid, indigestion and stomach acidity, nervous rashes, intestinal and abdominal problems, internal parasites. Man, internal parasites? That's like eating some bad sushi and not knowing that you had a parasite and you didn't eat ginger with it, Emotional healing, Used for channeling healing from angels via your hands and voice. Good for any communication difficulties, weight related problems, your chakra, it's your throat. Um, Candle color, uh, pale blue. Fragrances is apple blossom, magnolia, peach, rose, violet. Practical uses for peaceful sleep. Put an angel light at each corner of the bed and ask that angels protect you while you sleep. Workplace helps disabled adults fit into the workplace and disabled children to be accepted into mainstream education. The stone of singers, musicians, composers, tour guides, and those in customer services. Magical significance assists clairaudience, so helpful for angel channelers or channeling and mediumship. Divination meaning say what you think without giving offense. The zodiac for it is Libra. Empowerment. I call on the angels to enter my daily world. Hold Angelite to connect with your guardian angel and when praying for guidance from your personal deity form, acts as a physical shield against ill wishing, but will not harm the sender. So can be used if a nasty person is psychologically ill or deeply unhappy. A crystal that helps you speak the right words in any situation. Keep with you if you are finding it hard not to say what you really think, but you know you cannot. Get to anyone moving home to connect with their home guardian and bring blessings. So, I'm going to give you all a quick crash course on, let me get to my page because, all right here. Okay. I learned this, I think, because I didn't know how to connect with stones for a long time. And I was drawn to them, but I never knew why. And the curiosity with stones, crystals, and different things like that. There was just something dealing with the earth that I was so drawn with. And I can never figure out because I felt vibrations, I felt energy. Anytime I got mad or upset, I would sit down and I would automatically just start playing with stones, rocks. I'd automatically start finding, like, at the time, I didn't know it was citrine and a lot of just regular quartz. I would easily find them anytime I was mad. So I didn't notice that I was finding stones that were grounding stones automatically anytime I was mad. And they were automatically just coming to me anytime I sat down. It was really freaky. So anytime you're trying to, like, say, before all this shit went to hell, was a store where I lived. It was like about 30 minutes from where I was at, and I used to love going to it. It was a witch shop, and they had stones. So what I would do is I would close my eyes, and I would put my hand about a couple of inches up away from the stones, and I would put my hand just like this above the stones, and I can normally get a ping. Like, I would feel like heat, or I would feel like an immediate ping of energy, like, you need me. You know, like this automatic, like, I need this stone in my life right now. And it's like we were communicating with one another. And then I would go home and what we call personalizing our stones is I would hold it and I would meditate with it. And I've said it before in my videos, in my previous videos, it was almost like a psychic bond that I'm putting into my stones. It's where I can almost see an energy link that I am putting into my stone when I am meditating, that I could see that the energy I'm putting into it is putting energy into me. And as I'm holding it, we're personifying our bond as one, and I'm giving it energy as I'm storing into it. So, anytime I store my energy into it, I can go back and get it anytime, like, say, if I'm not feeling good, or if I need, like, energy for another day, just because, Because you never know what might happen one day that I might not be feeling good that day and I just might need a boost or something, or it's just one of those things that I have. And it was really weird that my husband put on my necklace one day. And it's the same necklace I have on right now. It's my amethyst with my moonstone and my pentagram. And he just started feeling angry. And as soon as he took it off, he felt fine. And he's like, babe, what the hell do you have in your necklace? And I'm like, sometimes when I get pissed, I store a lot of my anger in there because I don't want to feel it. Because I put it there so when I need it, I start rubbing it and I start calling it forth. So when I need to have like one of my Native American powwows, as I call it, when I need to stomp some kickaboo ass, I can stomp that ass. Because I have a lot of anger issues. And I joke and say it's because of my nationality and it's because there's like an internal war inside me going on at all times. It's just because I feel so much in the world going on that I kind of take it internally as an internal conflict, that because I want to help so many people that I want to reach out and try to do something for them and try to kind of like benefit them in some way. And sometimes my help gets misconstrued and I say things wrong and I don't mean to. And then I try to go back and fix what I've said wrong, but sometimes it gets missed in the translation. And I've done well working that out, but sometimes my anger takes the best of me. And that's why I start meditating and I start putting it back into a safe spot. So when I need to call it forth, it's there to help protect me and help protect my loved ones when need be. And you can have different pieces of jewelry, other stones for different emotions. Like days that I'm feeling very depressed and sad, I have another piece of jewelry that I put in there, or another stone that when I need to be humbled, I will go get it and I will humble myself. Because if I feel like I'm getting too high on my high horse, I will go get that stone and I will let myself feel the sadness. And it sounds silly, but even myself, I know that I need to be humbled sometimes, because people often forget that, hey, I am human and I need to feel sorrow and pain sometimes. And that sometimes that I get too big on my high horse thinking that I don't deserve to fall off my horse. I don't deserve to have to stand back up and dust off my knees sometimes, because I'm biting off more than I should. And then when I feel what I need to feel and I come back and realize, hey, I screwed up, I will go back and fix what I've messed up. And then I feel better, because then I realize what I've done. And I'm like, oh crap. I had this episode yesterday, actually. And we're all human. We all make errors. And I store certain things for a reason. I store certain spells on certain trinkets. I have certain totems. We have vases. There's different things that witches have for certain reasons that we have like as protection barriers, because people do try to take advantage of us because they don't understand, because they're like, well, why don't we have these gifts? If people learned how to meditate and how to unlock their mind, that majority of the people do have possibilities. It's just because they're so ignorant and they're so scared to step outside of their norm, of their regular, typical scheduled programming of what they've been brainwashed with since the day that they were born, that they're too scared to accept what if. What if we're being lied to? And what if this one person is actually telling us something that is actually logical and that it actually has fact to it? And what if mysticism and what if other things of magical and other things within meditation can actually prove it? Because they've shown that people that have meditated for long periods of time and that have actually trained their bodies in such, mythical ways that they can harness certain type of energy. They can actually move things with their mind, monks especially. like weight trainers that do things that they learn to harness their body, and they do a lot of meditation. They practice with chi, which is a part of learning how to control your energy and knowing how to push your energy out of your body at a certain amount of time, which is a part of martial arts, which goes back to monks and karate, which a lot of witches we do practice the same thing. And it's also in Native Americans, and it's also in Irish, it's also in Scottish, it's mysticism, druids. It goes so far back in so many cultures. It's just that people don't realize that it's been there, and they've been just trying to pick up the rug and sweep it underneath there because they don't want too many people to learn about it, because they're scared if they know the actuality of truth, then everything that they've been trying to shove down people's throats is going to be like, they've been lying to us all this long. What else have they lied to us about? So I don't want to get too far off. So let's move on. Next. Okay, we have a Mitrine, which is on 311, which I'm debauching this name. 311. Shoot. I messed up. There we go. Okay. Oh, you're gonna save me. And it's actually really, I would show you all the pictures, but sometimes it doesn't show too good on my Chromebook. So I'm planning to start seeing if I can plug in my Canon somehow into here, so I can start recording on my Canon camera, because I have a really good camera that I take pictures with. So if I could plug it in, then I probably could have really better recording quality, so y'all can see the things I'm telling y'all about. But if y'all want to see them, I could take pictures and upload them on my Instagram. Y'all are welcome to follow me on my Instagram, so I could take better quality pictures and upload it on Instagram. So y'all can see which ones I've talked about today. If y'all are curious, you can send me a comment down below in my comment section, and I'll go through and take a picture of all the ones that I've talked about today or tonight. This is 3:01 my time. Woo! This witch does not sleep at all. Okay. The aturine, she is a quartz that contains both amethyst and citrine, and naturally within the same crystal. It's sparkling yellow and gentle purple mixed. And it's actually really pretty. The availability is obtainable through specialist crystal stores and online, but is becoming rarer. Physical benefits. Claimed to be beneficial for minimizing side effects of necessary prolonged invasive treatments, for helping a treatment to be effective if the body is weak or not responding, for any transplants or infusions, for ME and any chronic fatigue syndrome. Emotional healing. Reduces cravings while quitting smoking or keeping to a health plan or diet. Hold a Mitrine on your navel for a minute or two when craving smoking comes too strong. Acts against panic attacks. Chakra. Solar plexus and brow. A Mitrine. Candle color, yellow. Fragrances, bergamot, lavender, lemongrass, lemon verbene, mint. Practical uses: encourages equality between the sexes, racial and religious tolerance, for peaceful overcoming opposition because of your lifestyle and family prejudice over same-sex relationships. Workplace. Excellent for self-employed people or anyone working from home to prevent work taking over your life. Also for people balancing caring for family with a career. Magical significance. Hold a Mitrine. Name what is bad in your life. Wash the crystal, then hold it up to sunlight or natural light, and name what you want to bring into your life. Divination meaning. You can win without resorting to tactics you are not ethically comfortable with. Zodiac, Gemini, empowerment. I make my own choices and I'm not at the mercy of my own desires. A crystal that combines the power of the sun with gentleness of the moon to maintain enthusiasm and impetus without becoming stressed. Very healing since amethyst removes pain or tension, while citrine brings energy and a sense of well-being to mind and body. Greater than purple and white chevron amethyst for energizing, a gateway crystal for opening angelic or spirit guide contact. A natural money bringer, leave a mint trine and natural light from moon or the day of the full moon, and then all night to catch lunar rays. Then put in a purse when you buy a lottery ticket or try some money spinning venture. Increases immunity against cold, flu, and winter ills. Protects against emotional and physical vampires. Now, y'all are going to be like, okay, how in the hell do these stones have these sort of benefits, and why hasn't anybody like seriously been using them? A lot of people have been sleeping on natural healing things for quite some time. And if people actually learn how to work with these things and learn how to meditate with them and learn how to really put their energy into it and really learn how to take the energy from the stone without depleting it. That's why they say put it in the sun, put it in the moon. That's how you charge it. It's like charging a battery coil. Because if you don't charge a battery, and if you kill a battery, guess what? You have to go out and buy you another battery. Same thing with these stones. If you kill the stone and the stone ain't working, or if you get the stone and the stone ain't working right away, then that means the stone was depleted and you need to try to charge it in the sun, in the moon, and the light of the stars or whatever have you. Now, once you personalize your stone to you, you don't have to wash it unless you already have like a shaman, a witch, a priest, a high priestess, or whoever blessed it for you originally. If they know what they're doing, you don't have to do nothing to it. But if you just straight up got it, found it, bought, whatever have you, and it's not been blessed, no prayers have been said over it, no anointing oil or anything has been put on it, then you can sit here and be like, okay, I need to use a stone for this. I'm curious how to pull the properties from it, and I'm trying to bond with the stone and et cetera, and then someone who knows what they're doing will come to you and be like, okay, personalize yourself to your stone first. You need to meditate with it. You need to, put your energy to your stone, so you and your stone automatically get that bond. And people are like, well, I'm bonding with a rock. Then if you have that kind of mentality towards it, you're not going to get no type of benefit from it. If you go into something with that kind of mindset, it's going to be like, what, screw you. I'm not going to sit here, waste my time trying to give you this sort of energy if you're going to have that sort of mindset about it. Because, me thinking that if I was a celestial, and it is a form of a celestial being of a sort, because it only has a purpose right now. And the purpose that it has is to be here until it finds this one person that it was destined to help, until it serves that purpose and it's done. And that's that one thing. And if it never meets that purpose and it never complies to that, then it's just here to be. And it has just that cycle just to be. And hopefully one day it will be more than just a stone. It'll be more than just a rock. But while it's here, it's helping keep the earth energized. So it is serving a purpose, because it's bathing in the sun, it's bathing in the moon, it is connected to the earth. So the earth and it are keeping each other bonded and, a compact. So it's still good. So long as it has some sort of a connecting bond, it is still serving a purpose. And just like now, because of things that are going on with our quarantine, We are down 25% carbon monoxide. That is ridiculous. 25%. People are not thinking about how exponential this is. That just because we've been on quarantine for about almost a month and a half, and we've been down 25% of carbon monoxide. Just imagine if we stay in quarantine for about another 3 months, how much more carbon monoxide would go off the planet and how much repair would be done to the earth that we've actually inflicted upon the earth, and how much more the earth would benefit us if we would quit abusing her. Just like these beautiful stones that could actually heal us and do something mysterious and magical and amazing for us, that it would heal us, it would, bring us peace and different things like that. But people are totally sleeping on this knowledge, and it's ridiculous. And it's like, oh my gosh. So that's what I'm trying to wake people up to is, don't sleep on this for so long, because we don't know how long that we have to sleep on this knowledge. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do this, this sort of content, because I put up a poll and some of my students first wanted to know about some of the stones, some of the herbs. I'm going to start doing some of my spell work. They also want to, more me to read some of the books, which this is some of the book reading I'm doing. But it's giving information about, specific stones, and herbs. I'm going to be giving some, things like that. But I'm giving a crash course real fast, as much as I can. And the main one tonight I'm doing is anxiety, just for tonight. And then I might move on to, so I've highlighted some things that I've been working with. And I know for a fact the stones have been working. Because like me right now, I work with my amethyst a lot and my moonstone. And I'll go tell you what the moonstone does real fast. Let me see if I can find it. Jamming out to Corey right now. Slipknot. I don't think they have this. No, don't lose my spot. Dun, 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 dun. Well, actually, I actually have a Dalmatian Jasper. Let me tell y'all what that does. Okay. I'll give y'all a quick read on that one. It's Dalmatian Jasper is a silicate microcrystal quartz, often with organic matter or other minerals as inclusions. Color, pale gray, cream or beige brown with dark spots resembling the coat of a dog with the same name. And the stone is common. The physical healing, thought to boost the immune system and remove toxins, muscle tendons, and cartilage, also help prevent strains and muscle spasms. It also helps with bowel disorders, particularly IBS, constipation, skin problems, and allergic rashes. I need to start meditating because of my sulfate problem with it. Emotional healing. If life has become a burden and you have lost all sense of joy, wearing or carrying Dalmatian Jasper reawakens a sense of fun and humor from within. An anti-smoking crystal. The chakra is your root. So if everybody could find a way to get a Dalmatian Jasper right now and just wear it, it would probably be like a great pick-me-up if you believed in it. Because the only thing is, if you get these stones and you don't believe in it, it ain't going to benefit you. So you have to have, it's like, I know it's going to sound funny. It almost sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh! Believe in the heart of the cards. Same thing. Yes, I made a freaking cartoon reference and do not make fun of me. Anyway. Associated candle color, brown. Associated fragrance, bluebell, geranium, honeysuckle. Oh God, I love honeysuckle. Patchouli, sweet marjoram. Practical uses. Place as large a piece of Dalmatian Jasper as you can find in your home where you relax in the relationship area of your home if you practice feng shui. to encourage loyalty among family members and happiness in your sanctuary if you live alone. You know, that would actually be cool if I could find me like a big ass chunk of like Dalmatian Jasper and use it like as a centerpiece when, you know, like on my table. That would be actually pretty cool. Workplace. One of the Jaspers who properties reflect its appearance, Dalmatian Jasper is remarkably successful for calming, training, and healing pets, especially dogs. If you would like to turn your love of dogs into a profession, this is your crystal. For dog breeders, trainers, dog handlers in any field, and those who rescued injured or abandoned animals. Magical significance, increased telepathic communication with all animals, but especially dogs. Also for working with canine-like power animals such as the wolf, and if carried for improving your downsizing abilities to find lost items and pets. Divination meaning. A fun relationship may be turning into something more permanent. To succeed, remember to keep the fun side active. Zodiac, Virgo. Empowerment. I value my true friends. Ugh. I gotta move my foot. Okay. Damn, that hurt my ankle. That's my weird broke ankle. Can't do that. Dalmatian Jasper is a protective and healing stone on many levels. It should be used long term as it energizes. Energizers are slow but effective. It counteracts disillusion, cynicism. Basically, someone who's being like a cynic to you, someone that's kind of cutting you down and being like really rude and shit. That's a word that I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And skepticism. And it is good, and it is a good gift for bad-tempered relatives or colleagues. Keep a small dish of tumblestone in the office and use a few drops of the elixir in making hot drinks. The crystal protects from nightmares, particularly childhood dreams of monsters or monsters. Monsters or monsters? Monster. I have a weird way of pronouncing it. I don't know. And will help adults and children overcome any irrational fear of dogs. Dalmatian Jasper strengthens family bonds and long-term friendships, especially with people known from childhood. Encourages team effort and cooperation at work. The determination within the crystal assists in translation ideas into actuality, and so is an excellent talisman in the early stages of setting up a new business or solo venture. All right, so that was actually a pretty good one. Black tourmaline. That one is 204. This is for anxiety. I'll read a few more in anxiety, and then we'll go to the herbs. Because I actually have black tourmaline. That's one of my favorites. Or it's called Shore. S-C, like squirrel. It's SCHORL. That's a weird pronunciation of the word. Okay. It's silicite. It's semi-precious. The color is black. The availability, the most common tourmaline, especially as tumblestones and natural. Physical beliefs, said to help with arthritis, bowels, constipation, IBS, and celiac disease. Immune system, heart problems, lower back, legs, ankles, feet, aching or torn muscles, absorb pain, realigning of the skeletal scar tissue. Emotional healing. Anxiety, stress, suicidal thoughts, self-harming, drug abuse, soothes panic attacks, especially those caused by confined spaces and fears of dentist or doctor's office. I need that when I go get my teeth worked on. And the chakra is your root. Okay, your candle color will be black. Your fragrance will be almond, anise, hops.
Where's the Wi-Fi password?
It's in the second drawer. The skinny second drawer.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to be going upstairs.
Okay.
Halfling dogfish.
Okay. Okay, so it's Hopsy, Hyssop. Lavender lemongrass. Practical use. Where to protect you against moaners, wingers, complaining neighbors, or emotional vampires who burden you with their problems but will take no action to remedy them. Man, I needed this last 2 years ago, man. Shit. Workplace. To repel electromagnetic negative energy. This stone should be worn or kept close when using computers or other electronic equipment. Also hold for a few minutes when you need to use all your concentration or when you need to wake up your mind, such as the first thing in the morning. Magical significance. For all purification and protection rituals, create a ring of 8 small natural squirrels to place on an altar to mark a circle protection. Divination meaning. A confusing or clouded issue will be made clear and you will receive an insight to overcome the problem.
Trying to be quiet so Mom can do her thing.
Zodiac is Libra and Scorpio. Empowerment. I empty my mind of all cluster and worry. A stone associated with Roman god Saturn, god of time, and also the planet Saturn. Squirrel was once used by magicians to offer them protection against earth demons when they were casting spells. In the modern world, iron-rich squirrel dispels, and shields the wearer or carrier from external negative energies and internal conflicts. Squirrel will stop you feeling spooked in dark places or where the atmosphere is frightening. Returns bad wishes to the sender. Black tourmaline is a powerful crystal when working with chakras. It can realign the chakras, balancing the body from crown to root. Its strong grounding energies facilitate a connection between the earth and the human spirit, creating the ability to receive insights from higher realms. Also good to hold if you are feeling spaced out after a healing session or meditation. The stone will bring you back to earth. So I'm going to stop there with anxiety because we still have blue topaz, Criscola, orange, ergate, rose quartz. So we probably have about 5 more to read on that one. Now, I'm going to give you all a crash course in the herbs. Let me go to because my encyclopedia, luckily, is in order, thank goodness.
Is that a crash course or a
Crash course. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to give y'all one on lavender because lavender right now, with everybody having, I think, sleeping problems, I'll tell you about lavender. Lavender would be at the top. You would think it would be. That's weird. It's not up at the top. I know I'm not overreading it. Unless they have it in different wording. I think they might have it in different wording, maybe. I haven't had a chance to really look through this book, so I'm trying to find a good one to go on for you guys. The magical property of oils. See, purification, like if you're to make a magical oil with purification, lavender would be one. Sleep would also be another. I'll go ahead and tell you all of the magical properties of the oils. If you were just going to make it out of just the one main herb itself, courage would be cedar, musk, rose, geranium. Fertility would be musk and vervain. And you wouldn't drink these. This is like where you would probably anoint it on a candle or anoint yourself if you weren't allergic to it. So if you're going to anoint it on yourself, I would personally say try it on yourself first, like a very small, and I mean small helping, like a very small dab. I mean, like dab. I mean, I wouldn't say put like a shit ton like your favorite perfume or cologne. I mean, very small, okay? So just try like a little tiny pinch and test it on your skin. If your skin doesn't bubble up, rash out, or anything, or you don't get itchy in the next few days, try it for like, I say a week or two, and you don't break out, okay? Try, a bigger amount, and you still be okay. Try a bigger amount, but I would say it'd be better on a candle, a stone, like anoint your necklace, let the oil dry on the necklace that you're wearing, or like you can get like a chakra necklace to where it has like a ball in it. It has like a little stone that you can anoint the stone with it and close it inside of it. That would probably be safer too. Friendship oil, you could do Stephanotis. It's Stephanotis. It's Stephanotis. I've never heard of some of that. Sweet pea. Happiness would be apple blossom, sweet pea, and tuberose. Harmony would be basil, gardenia, lilac, and narcissus. Healing would be carnation, eucalyptus, gardenia, lotus, myrrh, narcissus, rosemary, sandalwood, violet. Hex breaking would be bergamot, myrrh, rose geranium, rosemary, rue, and vetiver. Love would be clove, gardenia, jasmine, arias, plumeria, rose, and sweet pea. Luck would be cinnamon, cypress, and lotus. Lust would be cinnamon, clove, musk, and vanilla. Magnetic, to attract men, ambergris, ginger, gardenia, jasmine, lavender, musk, neroli, Nerola, tonka. Magnetic, to attract women, bay, civet, musk, patchouli, that other Stephanotis, vetiver, violet. Meditation would be the Aka, hyacinth, jasmine, magnolia, myrrh, nutmeg. Mental powers would be honeysuckle, lilac, rosemary. Money would be almond, bay leaf, bergamot, honeysuckle, mint, patchouli, pine, and vervain. Peace would be benzoin, cumin, gardenia, hyacinth, magnolia, rose, tuberose. Power would be carnation, rosemary, vanilla. Protection would be cypress, myrrh, patchouli, rose, geranium, rosemary, rue, violet, wisteria. And wisteria is hard to come by because of bees and wasps, because they love wisteria. Psychic powers would be Aka, anise, cassia, heliotrope, lemongrass, lilac, mimosa, nutmeg, sandalwood, tuberose. Purification, Aka, cinnamon, clove, frankincense, jasmine, lavender, myrrh, olive, sandalwood. Sleep would be lavender and narcissus. Spirituality would be heliotrope, lotus, magnolia, and sandalwood. And what you could do is ones that are within the ones out of the magical property oils, which you could do, the ones that have the same properties, when you're actually like cooking down and you're... I'm doing good, hun. How are you? Ugh. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well, sweetheart. It's going as good as you can. You gotta make every day as good as you can and just put a smile on your face and just muscle through it. How about you? Oh, that's cool. Well, hello from the States. I've seen pictures of India. It's absolutely beautiful. You have a beautiful home country, just to let you know. And you're richly blessed with the home that you have, just to let you know. I love the statues. I love the culture that they have over there. So you have a beautiful home. I love other parts of the world. I think they're absolutely stunning. So, yes, I've seen so many because I've watched like Bollywood movies and different things like that. And I love the saris that the traditional clothing that the women wear, but the saris over their faces and the clothing. And then I see the statues. I'm in Texas, United States. It's kind of scary over here, but because we're on the lockdown pretty bad, and they said that where we live, that our the lockdown that we have over here is getting pretty bad. So it's crazy. Thank you. Trying to. Each day I wake up, and each day my family wakes up, I take it as a blessing, and I thank the gods and the goddesses for letting us wake up. So each day that we get another day, I feel blessed and rich in life for that. So that's what keeps me going, is that my family has another day. And as long as they wake up and I wake up with them, I feel that I'm the richest that I can be. So they are my treasure that I have, because without them, then, I have nothing. So they're what keeps me positive and keeps me going. So that's what helps me do what I do and gives me the positivity and my kind, caring nature that I have. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. So my family gives me the strength, the motivation, the backbone that I have, and I'm just truly blessed to have them. So I'm just glad I have my family. I know, Mama. Yeah, it took me like a whole minute to figure that one out. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and close the video for tonight, because I touched on pretty much the quick stuff that I could touch on. And then the next video I'm going to do is I might go ahead and show how to make some oils, and maybe show how to work with some of the stones that I was talking about. And I might make a list of some of the stuff that I was working with. And if there's any questions that anybody has during without the video, even after I post it, Yeah, I agree with you, hun, but I'm trying to stay positive as I can. But with how bad this illness is, like when I've gone out shopping and the energy that I'm feeling from everyone, um, I know it's a cleanse. I know nature's doing what she's doing, and I know that this is a purification of the earth and a purification that needs to be done. But it's kind of hard to put, a timeline on how bad this is. So, yeah, definitely. Um, but I'm just trying to, that's why I come on here. I do the videos that I do, and I try to help everybody to learn how to work with different elements and different things, because we have to keep a level head on our shoulders and understand that even if, things happen, they happen for a reason, and that through each cycle that happens, that there's a rebirth, there's another cycle to it. And that, yeah, it's painful, but something good will come from it. And that we just have to be patient and be strong and be diligent in what we're doing and stay strong to our purposes and be strong as a community and be strong as people and be humble. And if anything, be more peaceful and be more loving and be more kind towards one another, and not let, this illness and the sickness, put a bridge between us and drive a stake between us. If anything, it should make us be more of a bond and be stronger together, if anything. And I'm starting to see this and learn this more and more through time. And it's kind of affecting me on more of a larger level. So, if anybody has any questions, please shoot them down in my comment section below. I did set up a Patreon account. If anybody, I've had it there. I was following some of the people I like. It's just, if anybody ever wants to help out, I'm not begging. I'm not, whatever. It's just, if anybody ever wants to help out, and if they like, you can throw $1, $2, 50 cents, 75 cents, whatever you can do. Just, message me down below, and I'll, link you my Patreon account, because it's going to help me where I can sell my own, like, pictures that I do of nature. I'm thinking about linking up some of my chapters that I write there and start doing some short stories and start selling some of my short stories on there. So I could start working through my Patreon account and doing it there and start doing stuff like that. And if people like it, then I can start doing more work through my Patreon and, building a bigger audience. But that's up to anybody. Like I said, it's up to everybody's free will to do whatever they want, because they had tiers where people could pay like $5, whatever. I'm just letting my subscribers, my fans, whomever, they could do whatever they want. They have free run. You can go to patreon.com. You can look me up, Witch Flames. You'll see me there. You can also look me up on Instagram, Witch Flames. And so you can look me up on my Patreon, my Instagram. Find me here. If you like the videos, please be sure to like. Hit the scribble button. Hit the notifications so you know when I upload. Huh?
Same for the internet, because he put the wrong number in.
He probably has it. I'll grab him in a minute. But second drawer. But that's up to everybody. You don't have to do it. Hopefully in the next few days, I'll have some unboxings to do, and I will be doing some more readings. I also had to. No, not that number. It's the other number, the smaller one that's folded, Mom. The piece of paper that was folded. I'm probably gonna have to do it for you in a minute. So yeah. Yes, it's the one on the front, the A one. But yeah, so through my Patreon, I'll be doing things like that. like I said, if anybody doesn't want to, pay, they don't have to. It's just there. So if anybody just wants to help, they can. It's just, that's how I want to start trying to do my own work. And so I can work from home and start building money my way, doing things that I want to do, because YouTube is how I wanted to connect and build a fan base and get people used to me, get used to how I do things. And then they can see like photographs from my eyes, what I find beautiful and things like that. And then when they see my type of writing from my creative standpoint and things that how I do things, and then they'll be more used to me. Hello. I'm fixed actually to head off. I hate to say that, but if you want, you can start the video over. What I was doing tonight is I was giving a quick crash course on the herbs and the crystals, which I plan to do more on. I do have other content if you want to, crash course, do plenty of my other content. I've done tarot card readings. I've been reading through Samhain, which is one of our major Sabbats. I was going to try to hurry up and read the Sabbats, but much faster. But I'm hyperactive. I'm sitting here talking about one thing, and oh, there's a bird. Oh my God, there's a squirrel. So most witches are hyperactive. We get really sidetracked real easy. And I do tarot card readings. I do unboxings. You're very welcome. And I do hope you enjoy my videos. And give you a heads up, I'm an open pagan. I do balancing. I talk about very open things. Doesn't make me a bad person. I'm actually very chill. I'm very cool. It's just I try to open people's minds up and get them more used to various different things and let them understand that there's different ones of us out there, but not to be so judgmental and so hasty on us, because, we all do different things here or there. You know what I mean? So in ending, try to do what you can. If you wake up, your feet touch the ground. Thank you, goddesses. Thank you, gods, for giving me another day. You see a family member. Thank you, gods. Thank you, goddesses, for giving them another day. Be happy and be blessed. To me, that's not a smallest thing. That's a big thing. So celebrate everything that you can. So find the happiness even in what they're calling the darkest days that we have. To me, I know this has to happen, and yeah, it sucks, but people were playing with their chemistry set and they made things they shouldn't have. So now we have to pay the price, and they pissed off Mama Nature Gaia, and she's spanking their asses now. You don't play with things that you're not supposed to play with. You play with things you're not supposed to play with, and you open that can of worms. Those can of worms are going to crawl out, and maybe some of them are fleshy maggots, and then they don't care if your skin's dead or alive. They're going to eat you. And that's just as real as it's going to get, kiddos. Elvira is one of my heroes, just to give you all a heads up. I'm very crazy, and I'm very out there, and I like gore. So, like I said, if y'all like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. Y'all can give me a follow, like I said, on Instagram, Witch Flames. If you guys want to follow me on my Patreon, Witch Flames, I will start putting up my little handles at the end of my videos, but I don't like doing too much editing on my videos. I like being real. I don't like cutting too much because everybody else does that on YouTube, and I just like being real, unfiltered, and just being as cutthroat as I can be. And to me, I just like feeling like you're just sitting down talking to someone real, and you're getting a real conversation. And sometimes I'll do a pre-recorded video, maybe once in a blue moon when I feel like it. But most of the time you're going to get a live video, and you're going to get me. And I'll try not to leave them to be an hour to 3 hour video so everybody can enjoy the video. But sometimes I get a little bit passionate and my mouth runs away from me. So at the end, I'll be working on the Crystal Complete book. and Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Herbs. We'll also do Samhain or Samahan, but I say Samhain. And then I'll be doing some unboxings hopefully in the next few days, because I had made a purchase from Witch Casket, which I'll do an update on my Witch Casket once I get in, because like I said, I had made a boo-boo. I thought I was an affiliate already, but I'm not. But that's fine. I still love them. Deb and Ella are my girls, and I fully support them still, and I always will. So I still love their products. I still love their merch. Either, I'm still going to give them, honest review and thumbs up either way. But their stuff should be coming in. I should be having some of my girly video stuff coming in. The guys don't have to watch unless you want to. That's completely up to you. I should be also having stuff from the Witch's Moon coming in again. And then maybe throw in some tarot card readings and to just go from there. Like I said, I'll probably be doing some spells, showing people how to personalize their crystals. Because I do have some stones that are brand new that I've gotten in some of my boxes that I haven't quite personalized yet. So I need to personalize some of them. I might get some stuff from my Hex Bomb, which is out of Belfast, Ireland. And I love their stuff. They have the best stuff. I wish they had stuff here in the States, so it would get here quicker than 3 weeks to a month, especially with what's going on right now with the coronavirus, the COVID-19. And especially because we're having another new virus come out dealing with COVID-19 that's worse. So it just makes it like... Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut the video. Y'all have a blessed night. Remember, be kind. Make sure to be kind to your people out there that are working in the grocery stores, because they are putting their lives in the line of harm, in the line of duty, because they are out there working their butts off to make sure that you guys have food, that you have toilet paper to wipe your stank ass with, and to wipe your twats and everything else with. So be nice to them, because they are doing a job just as important as a nurse, as a doctor, as a firefighter. So be kind to them, because they, for one, are putting themselves to get sick and everything else. So be kind to everybody as you possibly can, especially those people, because I tip my hat to them, because I have friends out there that are working in grocery stores. I have friends that are still working their butts off, that are being underappreciated, respected, that deserve respect and that deserve, an applaud, because, they have family that they got to support. They got babies, and people are just like overlooking that job, not realizing, hey, that's just as dangerous, because they got to deal with people that possibly can have this virus and cough on them and get them sick, and they got to go home to their kids, or maybe never see their kids again.
Where'd you get the treats?
They're up here.
You put them back?
No, Dre did. So, in closing, I love you guys. Y'all be safe. And remember, be kind. And I would say be kind and rewind, just to give you a little taste of the 80s. But we don't got nothing to rewind unless you got a VHS or a old school handy dandy, recorder that you put your headphone Walkman on. Talking about some old school flashbacks just to make y'all laugh. But I love you guys, and please be kind to everybody as much as you can, and just don't ever look down on someone, especially nowadays, because everything is more important and more precious these days, and everybody really needs to think about that, okay? I love you guys again. Be sure to thumbs me up as much as you can, and I will let y'all go, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Be extra spooky, ooky, and ghouly, and... maybe I'll do the next one on movies to watch, because I've been watching some new movies and I can kind of walk y'all through maybe some really good things. All right. Besos. I love you guys. Y'all be careful. Bye.